And people are like, why don't you guys agree with the Ketanji situation? Why do I agree with a woman who is light on pedophiles with sentencing? Well, I don't know.
Why do I not agree with a woman who can't tell me what a woman is? Identity politics doesn't work for me. Let's call this what it is. It's affirmative action.
Yeah.
He affirmative action someone to the Supreme Court, which is dangerous.
All right, you guys, so we are back. We are going to get into a kind of separate subject. Actually, an email that someone sent us. We're kind of basing it off of that. So let's get into it.
So remember I was saying the other day, in order for someone like Cardi B and for Jada Pinkett, these women for feminism to work, those women have to be married, or else it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because most women want to get married. So if they're not married, it's like, oh, so then I'm going to be alone.
Yeah.
And in real life, yeah.
Them being married looks like it works.
It looks like it works. So they have their effeminate boyfriend, like Gabrielle Union, Dwayne Wade,
and Will Smith,
and Will Smith, and they have these effeminate men who aren't real men, but high valued, and but high valued. But for some reason, their money can't get them. Get their wives in line, get their families in line. They can't do that.
Get their family order. Someone wrote us an email. I think it was Andre. He said, do you think the Will Smith thing is a distraction? This Will Jada thing is a distraction from other things that are going on. And I wrote him back and I said, absolutely. Anytime something like weird like this happens, where it's kind of like global and it does move your head that one way, and so that always means there's something else going on. They're trying to get pushed and moved. But I do feel like the Will Jada situation and Chris Rock's situation was so extreme, and that I think it still should be talked about. It was a toxic situation.
Fortunately, though, for me and Danielle, we can walk and chew gum at the same time. I can talk about Will Smith, and then I can also talk about the fact that Vladimir Zelensky is at the Grammy Awards trying to get us in World War III with Russia. Okay, I'm not stupid. I see that the Democrats, what they're trying to do with this Vladimir Zelensky guy with his green screen in the back at the Grammys,
which was so weird,
which is so strange. And then I can also talk about the fact that Will Smith is a simp. I know that it's a distraction. Everything that happens in people's personal lives that get elevated is always a distraction from some bigger reasons. The fact that we pay all this money for gas and we have no food on the shelves at the grocery store because we're giving money to a country that could have stayed neutral.
Right.
I see that, but I also see this.
Yeah.
And this is happening in real time forget these celebrities, with real men. Men
who
go to work every day and clock in and take care of women that treat them like little punks all day.
And then men that allow that to happen. So I think that the Will Smith thing kind of brought up a greater conversation outside of just the distraction, because it all happened on the stage. It was very extreme and a little sensational. Like, I can't believe that happened, right? But the bigger conversation is a woman toppling her man, and then the man allowing that to happen,
right?
And then the unspeakable act of walking up very arrogantly and slapping somebody and walking away like you're in a movie. Like that was a very crazy thing. To not talk about it is a distraction,
right?
So Will Smith got 10 years, 10 years away from the.
So yeah, so the Academy is banning him from the Oscars for 10 years.
Okay.
He can't go.
Can Jada?
Probably not, but it would be funny if she wasn't included.
That'd be so funny.
She didn't slap anybody.
What if she went?
But I'm sure she probably won't show up. So
now, Chris Rock is saying nothing, which has to be terrifying for him.
Well, now he's saying that he's not going to talk about the slap until he gets paid. Yeah. So that's making an eyebrow for me that he might be suing Will for this. He may be doing this because, like Jim Carrey said, this is going to be. Jim Carrey said, I would have sued him for $200 million because this is going to be around forever. And so this affects his career. And so I'm wondering if maybe Chris Rock is maybe taking legal action because when Will Smith resigned from the Academy Board, that means he can't vote on the people who win. Right. He's not allowed to do that anymore. But they said that he would still get to keep his award, that he would still be able to get nominated, and he would still be able to win and attend. Right. And now they're saying he can't go for 10 years, which means I wonder if that award is next.
Probably. And now other things are starting to surface too with Jada. There's a video of Jada kind of she's recording him after his therapy session, or they had a therapy session, and she's recording him
for her red table talk.
So, Will, you know Esther Perel is coming to the table. She's going to be at the red table. Would you say she has been instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship?
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me.
Oh my goodness.
If you could film me.
Esther, come help us again, please. I'm still dealing with foolishness.
No, because she don't just...
She helped us heal the hurts that we caused between one another.
My social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media and not, don't just start I'm standing in my house.
Please watch Esther at the red table because she's helped us a lot. Can't you tell?
It's a very interesting thing to see a woman be this way with her husband.
Well, now she's saying...
He looks so depleted.
I don't know if the video is new, or I think it might have been old video.
I think it's older.
Now she's saying that she never wanted to marry him.
Yeah,
like her mom was, and her and her mom are going through details about the fact of the wedding, when they had the wedding, that her mother, she's basically saying her mother, because she was pregnant, that her mother pushed her to get married to Will, and she didn't really want to get married to Will.
That's weird. Why she do that?
Her mom was saying, well, I really wanted you to get married. I did want you to get married, and I wanted you to be happy, and she was crying the whole time she was walking out of I was crying the whole time I was walking down the aisle because I didn't want to get married.
Why are they? Why is this happening?
Because now they've just been exposed. Now they're just taking the Band-Aid off, probably. Because it's just like,
like
we're not fooling nobody no more. They know we're a mess.
They peep game.
Which is pretty interesting.
But it's interesting because I see men like this now. I see men now that are just their wives and their girlfriends are just taking over their entire existence. Like, guys, man.
I mean, when you get married, then roles need to be assigned immediately. If not, they're going to overlap, and then you're going to start hating on each other about little things that could have been avoided if you knew your place and he knew his.
Also the Andre also said something. Oh, he said civil rights. What did he say? Wait, let me look at it. Oh, okay, yeah. So he said this civil rights work. Yeah, civil rights did work. A lot of people. We get, what it is, we get stuck back in time. Yeah. Jim Crow. We forget, for some reason, that we have black billionaires. And I'm not saying everything's money. I'm just trying to give you an outlook here. Yes, civil rights worked. If it wasn't for, Martin Luther King and other people, obviously, Stokely Carmichael, we wouldn't be anywhere where we're at. So it did work. It's just that we have to get out of the mindset of trying to feel victimized.
Yeah, I mean, the Democratic Party civil rights did work. The problem is that the Democratic Party has nothing to offer you. And so they need you to feel oppressed still. Because that was when they got votes. Before that, most black people were voting Republican. So it's like they have nothing else to offer you but victimhood. So if they keep you in a place, and it's not just black people, they're doing it with the gay people. They're trying to keep you in a place where you feel like you need them. Yeah. And they don't actually have to do anything for you. They just need you to vote for them. So what they do is they bring up old stuff because all they got. They bring up old stuff of racism and all of that, and they try to make it seem like it just happened yesterday. It's like it's just right now racism is just all no. That's what they're doing. That they have no other. There's no other options. They're depleted. The Democratic Party is completely depleted. So what they're giving you is the talking points of the Jim Crow and the racism and all this stuff, and then all black people can do is only think about that stuff. Anna Kasparian and Young Turks, Cenk Uygur were talking about the parental rights bill, and Anna went on about about how these are people just the Republicans just don't like gay people, and so then Jane goes on and says, Republicans hate you. They hate you, gay people. That's what they hate you so much. And he said, and don't be. He said, don't be swayed by these Republicans like Dave Rubin, who's gay and a Republican. He's like, who get your tax cuts, and you're gonna basically sacrifice your people to the Republicans just because you're rich gays. And so this is what they do. Yeah. What they do is they have to make gay people feel like they have no power. Of course gay people have power in this country. You know why? Because if you're in any other country like Saudi Arabia, you'd be thrown off off a tall building for being gay. Right. It's a crime in a lot of countries.
And the same thing goes for black.
But they know that most people haven't gone to those countries or have to experience anything in those countries, so they can kind of keep you in a bubble and make you think that the world is like America.
Yeah, like everything.
And it's not.
Like it's all still, everything is still racist. I think it was Larry Elder that was talking about this. I think maybe it was with Dave Rubin, where he was saying that that racism is still going on so strong, and people were screaming that after the Freddie Gray and Baltimore situation happened. Yeah. And Larry was like, at that time, and probably still now, in Baltimore, there was a black commissioner
on every level.
The police commissioner was black. The mayor was black. Everyone was black. Everyone in the high, this council people
City
were black.
councilmen were all black. Not only that, it's run by Democrats.
Democratic run. So you can't. So did civil rights work? Yes. You can't. We can't say that.
But they don't want you to think that. That's why when you watch like CNN, MSC, they only show you they'll show you like a cop, killing a black guy. Yeah. But then they'll show you that same person over and over for many years, and then Black Lives Matter will get in and they'll start doing walks and riots and whatever it is they do, and it looks as though it's like smoking mirrors. Yeah, it looks like it's worse than it really is, but it is all political. They really don't care about black people, gay people, transgender people. They use you as a prop
for the votes. If you notice that once they get the votes, all that other stuff drops off.
Rhetoric stops.
All of a sudden, you stop hearing about Black Lives Matter. You'll stop hearing about the transgender thing when they're done with that.
Right
they're
now,
using that right now. Like right now, they're using the transgender thing and the pronoun people and the teachers and all that. They're using all that now, but that's just because of primaries.
And they're trying to get the vote. Just went to the White House. He hadn't been there in 5 years.
Yeah,
and so Biden and what's her name? Harris are doing horrible in the polls, and gas prices are up. We're basically sending money over to Ukraine.
He can't speak.
We've got this thing with the parental rights bill. There's a lot of stuff going on. The groceries, they don't have enough groceries on the shelves, and they really have made a mess. The border's a mess. I think the governor of Texas said they're going to take all the migrants and put them in a bus and put them in front of the White House so they can deal with them. Since you're not going to do anything with the borders, then we're just gonna... So they really have done a lot of damage, these two.
So they're bringing Barack Obama to cool everything down.
And so because Obama's liked, they thought, and this is pretty sad too, if you ever see that video, Biden looks like, it's a joke kind of, because
you mean part where they're shaking hands?
Well, when Barack Obama comes into the room, everybody's like, he's like the cool guy, and everybody's just all around him shaking his hand, even Kamala Harris. And then Biden is wandering around, and got video of him. That's why they're making fun of him. He's wandering around like, where am I? And he's like trying to get Barack Obama's. It's really sad too, because he's the president, but he's like touching Barack Obama's shoulder. Hey, and Barack Obama's literally ignoring him.
This is really disturbing.
And so you can tell that
I think he's elder abuse.
Yeah, he's just not presidential, and he should not be president, but he is. And they're trying to revive the party with Barack Obama, who's not going to be president. You know what I mean? No. And they're trying to make us think that, see, we're still cool. Yeah. It's just the same thing. Remember when Jim Carrey said that about the slap? Oh yeah. He said Hollywood's not the cool club. That's what it showed. He said with all those people giving him a standing ovation, it just shows that Hollywood's we're not the cool people anymore. Yeah. And that's just what they're doing here. They're trying to make it look like they're realizing they're not cool. Yeah. The Democrats, because now I think even their base is starting to get sick of them.
And now they still do use celebrity to help them. Yeah. but they tried, and it's really not working very well.
And most of Hollywood's liberal, so all the celebrities are going to agree with Democrats because almost all of the celebrities, even if they aren't liberal, aren't going to say they're not because they won't get work.
Yeah, Hollywood's
is
a liberal town. Yeah, it is.
It's a cultish town.
But civil rights did work. It is working. I think that if black people stay out of the mindset of victimization, then you would see how it's worked. You can't. I don't think black people. I don't think it's smart at this point to claim that we are somehow oppressed. We talked about this before. Yeah. That the notion that civil rights did it really work? Is this a new Jim Crow? No, it's not.
Like the lynching
black people are succeeding. I'm seeing it. You're seeing it. But if you're only paying attention to a political party or somebody that's telling you to only see this one way, which is going to be the racist.
I mean, everyone's racist. It's just like the lynching bill. So murder is against the law.
Right.
So that's a pander bill.
Yes.
You can't lynch.
It's against
right.
This is Biden's thing, right?
This is Biden's thing.
This is
so all
Biden's
the black
bill.
people, he finally passed this bill. Like, okay, you know why? Because you can't kill people. That's against the law.
It's against the law. Murder's against the law.
But
yes,
again,
Biden.
But again, they have to make people feel like this is 1960, 1955, 1943. They have to keep black people thinking that for some reason we are still, you know, being hung by trees.
So there's key words they use. Lynching was a word they used back in the 50s, 40s, well, anywhere from 60s and before. They used that word heavily when they hung black people from trees. You know, we all know the terrible history of that. But so what he did was he brought that old word and brought it into a new bill.
Yeah.
Right? To make you still think lynching.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Racism.
They're lynching?
They're lynching still?
And he did that because, again, he did that just like Barack Obama coming to the White House. He did that because midterms are coming. And they are so far down in the polls that he has to pass a bill that seems like black people are being taken care of.
Yeah.
But you can't just murder someone.
Yeah.
It's against the law.
Against the law.
We have laws for that.
Yeah.
But the whole idea to say the lynching bill.
That's not a thing.
In 2022. It's just to pander and make black people in their feelings about something you can't do anyway.
Someone said to us, and also in the comments, she said, "So you need to be proud of the black woman Ketanji for getting the Supreme Court." I'm like, "Girl, you sit down, stop it. No, you want me? Look, I see it all over my news feed, on my social media feed, where it's like every black woman in the world that I know has her picture up, and you know." This is well deserved and all that stuff. And people are like, why don't you guys agree with the Ketanji situation? Why do I agree with a woman who is light on pedophiles with sentencing? Well, I don't know.
Why do I not agree with a woman who can't tell me what a woman is?
What do you mean?
She's about to be she is now the Supreme Court Justice. Supreme Court Justice, like. I'm sorry. Identity politics doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
I don't care if you are black, gay, and I don't care what you are. But if you are just there as a prop, let's call this what it is. It's affirmative action.
Yeah.
He affirmative actioned someone into the Supreme Court, which is dangerous.
Yeah.
The Supreme Court.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's forever.
That's forever. You know what I mean? And so, no, I don't care that she's a black woman. I don't care. Whatever. I don't care about that. What I care about are laws that benefit me. You know, somebody was saying, I think it was Larry Elder. He was just saying, you know, there's this push for black people always wanting to be in politics. If we get more political people, more people of color in the politics, or so if you become a mayor or something like that, then we shall overcome. And he said the truth is that Asian people are I think they make more money than anybody, and they basically
they don't have any representation.
They don't have any representation.
We have so much
government.
We have so much representation.
Right, in the government.
Yeah.
But it's because they understand money. Right. They understand the economy. And if you understand it, and what Thomas Sowell always said that, as long as I understand, this is what got him off the socialism track, because he used to be a socialist, Thomas Sowell. And he said, what I realized is his economy, he said, as long as I understand the economy, and understand money, all of that, he's just like, then you don't have to worry about race, really, because
Money
has a way of making people come to their senses.
Yeah.
This is the reason why most people that play football are black. Because money has a way of making people come to their senses.
Right.
They're not going to put a bunch of white men in there if they can win with black men.
Yeah, why would they do that? And the black players know that. The white owners get it.
Yeah.
So it's not like, look, this is a game. You know, and everyone knows how the game is played.
Which Colin Kaepernick took a knee, but now he's over here trying to get his job back.
Yeah.
He's over here trying out for team. Okay, so if you want to go back to a plantation, you called this place oppression. You called it a slave auction block. And now you're the money's running out.
Yep.
And now I want to go back to work.
Right.
I mean, and so now he's over here trying out for teams. He's going back to the auction block on his own. And so this is what I'm saying. Be careful about these people that you kind of champion, and which I champion no one. I mean, honestly, even Republican politician, because to me a politician is a politician is a politician. You know what I mean? They will go wherever the wind blows. My point is the values of things. And I don't have a problem with someone being making sure that your race is taken care of. But don't take a knee.
Right.
And then call them slaveholders. That it's the same as an auction block and a slave thing. And then you come back years later and then try out for these guys.
Right.
Because you want your job back. That bothers me.
Yeah.
There's something's wrong with that, in my opinion.
Again, critical thinking, people. You got to do it. I don't feel bad about not supporting that Ketanji girl either. Like, I don't feel bad about not supporting that person. Like,
no.
It just, I don't get why any black woman would support that. But in drones, in drones, they are supporting it. And I'm like, okay, well, then I guess you're fine with people who are okay with pedophilia. Really? They're okay with that? Why did you do that?
She apologized.
She apologized.
She apologized to a pedophile.
It's like,
in her court, she apologized. And then when the senator asked her about that, she really didn't have an answer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just like, what, you gave him a light sentence, but why did you apologize?
I just talked to a girl the other day and talking about this Ketanji. She was on the front page of the USA Today. She was like, oh, this is so great. I said, no, it's not so great. It's on her face on there. I said, no, it's not so great. This woman has, some real issues.
She said, when
it comes to law, I'm like, so no, it's not a great thing. Do you even know about some stuff? And she's like, oh, well, I don't know about all that. But this is what she said. It's a black woman. This is true form. Oh, I don't know about all of that, but a black woman's in Supreme Court. I'm like, oh my God. See, this is what I'm talking about right now. Yay. You don't even look at her history.
And Senator Lindsey Graham asked
as long as she's black, it's fine.
Why? She goes, here's the Ketanji. She goes, well, we gave him a sentence that could have him in jail for 20, 30 years. He said, good.
Right.
Yeah.
She was upset about that.
She was upset about that. What do you mean?
People downloading 10,000 images of child porn and you don't want to lock them up for the rest of their natural life? Yeah, that's it. Yes.
Remember the guy though? Remember the guy that it was a long time ago. The guy that he got off. But remember his daughter was molested and then he waited while they were taking him on the plane.
I do.
He waited by the phone. They had it on camera and he shot the guy in the head. And he got off because they, that's temporary.
It's kind of like the time to kill situation.
You touched my kid.
Yeah.
You sick freak.
Yeah.
And now they're going to put you on a plane where you can get to be tried.
No.
Which, by the way, do you know they're bringing back the firing squad?
Really?
For the death penalty? South
states?
Carolina is doing it soon. So I think they're giving the prisoner that's on death row a chance that you can get the electric chair.
They used to do that.
They get the electric chair or you get the firing squad.
They used to give them the option.
So the firing squad's cheaper.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't require electricity. How do you guys feel about that? See, I'm always worried about the death penalty because I'm one of those people that I feel like it is very hard for me to take a life. And I don't know.
Well,
why
also I
feel that way.
I don't see where it helps. I've never been in a situation where I would,
It creeps me out a little bit. I don't know why it does.
I haven't had any personal situation where I would be faced with somebody.
That, right. So that's the reason why I was asking, because I don't know if anybody's ever had.
You guys believe in death penalty? You guys believe that? I honestly don't believe in death penalty.
I feel the same way about abortion, though. I don't like abortion very much.
Now, so I've never liked abortion. I also on the same. I don't think it's necessary. You know what I mean? I don't feel like it's necessary. My stance has changed on that too a little bit. Yeah. I used to really feel I've changed a lot. On my stance on a lot because I'm liberal.
I used to be a right to choose type of person, but when I realized that they say over 300,000 black abortions happened last year.
Right.
300,000.
So that means
that means we are only 4% of the country, but we are a third of the abortions.
So that means it's being used as a birth control.
All those women didn't get raped.
But it means they're using it as a birth control.
That is concerning to me.
So I feel like there should be education on sexual discipline, and not just abortion.
Yeah.
Right. There needs to be some type of. There's another option here.
See, but this is why I don't agree with women's lib.
Yeah.
It's because women's lib is the one telling all these girls, go out and have sex like a man.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Go out and have sex. Be like these women are. These
have casual sex.
Sex and the City girls. You know, go out and have casual sex, and then when you get pregnant, you can just get an abortion.
Yeah, no big deal.
I was disturbed by that because I always thought, I guess I didn't really know the numbers to abortion. I really thought I thought it was something that was a decision to make, but clearly no, it isn't.
Yeah.
Out of sight, out of mind. So they don't have to see a baby. They don't think they're killing it.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I'm sure there's people who have abortions where they still are traumatized by the decision they made.
But a number,
because now they realize I didn't have to do that.
But a number over 300,000.
That's a lot.
That's a lot from a group of women that are only black women.
Yeah.
That are only like 4 or 5% of the population.
Right.
That is a lot. You know what I mean? And that's just a little odd to me.
I agree.
And the Margaret Sanger, she's the person that started all this. She was trying to population control, and she was trying to get rid of black people. And it's working, clearly. You know what I mean? Because we're still at like 13% in this country. And we've been here a long time
controlled.
For us not to be progressive. I think the highest voting bloc is the Hispanics because they keep their kids.
Right.
But it's just like, I mean, Planned Parenthood.
I mean, there's a reason why there's certain neighborhoods they're in, and they're usually black neighborhoods. The minority neighborhoods, there's a Planned Parenthood all over the place. Hey guys, let us know what you think about all the topics today. We'd love to hear your comments on that. And look, if you don't see your comment, remember,
it wasn't us.
It was not us, people. We love you.
We cherish you.
Not delete your comment.
And also, again, we just want to reiterate.
Probably pointing.
Yeah. And also, we just want to reiterate, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell so that you don't miss our shows. And, if you're interested in keeping up with us every week.
Thank you, guys. We will see you guys next week. Bye.